Hey, everybody, and welcome back to ASH-PHALT, a podcast all about life on the road. I'm your host, Ash Taylor, and today I am thrilled to sit down with Linn Holmes, a Los Angeles-based artist and powerhouse vocalist. She was born in Sweden, which is awesome, raised on gospel and rock legends like the Allman Brothers, Fleetwood Mac, etc. She's played legendary stages like Whiskey Go-Go, Paramount Theater, and she's here with us today. So you guys, please make welcome. Hello, my friend Linn. How are you?
Yay, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for being here. I am really looking forward to our conversation. We literally, before we hit record, we were already doing a little dance party. We're already having a good time. So
Beautiful.
we're just having a blast. So
Yeah.
I would love to hear a little bit about your story to start out and just kind of like, where you're from and how you got into music. And please share.
Yeah, no, so I'm born and raised in Sweden. Uh, my parents are very big music fans. My dad used to play the trumpet. My mom, she was a bass player in a punk band, but then as I was growing up, she was in the gospel choir. And when I was growing up, it was kind of a thing. Like she would bring me to the rehearsals because they were playing quite a bit. And like she'd always at home, she'd be playing a lot of Mahalia, just kind of running her parts with me as I was growing up. So
Yeah.
I kind of started singing in choirs, started studying classical, just kind of branched out a little bit, just tried different things. Um, then I started my first band when I was like 15, maybe 16, 15. And with my best friends in high school, convinced I was the next Stevie Nicks. That
Nice.
was my whole thing. I was convinced. I cut the bangs, I did the side part, the whole thing. Whole thing. Me and my best friend from the band got tickets to see Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty in London, in Hyde Park, when we were like 16. I mean, we can't, and we just, you know, uh, but we were very just kind of just so into Fleetwood Mac, so into just starting to write and starting listening to a lot of the LA bands. And so I came over here originally for college, and just things have been rolling on.
Hmm.
It's been a ride.
Wow, what a cool story. I feel like I probably should have worn my Stevie Nicks shirt today. I feel like
I
I should
should
have
have
worn it.
too.
Yes. Oh my gosh, what a cool story. I love it too, and I love your influences too. I mean, I'm a country girl, but I love like Stevie Nicks. I love the Allman Brothers. I just love that. It's so cool. So, do you remember like your first big paying gig then? Because it kind of sounds like you've been doing music for so long, but do you remember like your first big paying gig?
I do remember my first gig, or my first big gig.
Yeah.
Granted, it didn't pay because I was 4 years old. Um, but I actually just found a clip on it on YouTube. So I think I was about to turn 5. There's this one, it's a TV show in Sweden that they always run during the summer. It's like one of the big, like, summer concert series. And it's all televised. It's all with, a lot of the Swedish artists, a lot of, I think, anyone who's ever been playing or touring in Sweden has probably been on that show at some stage. Um, and when I was 4, I was in this choir that we kind of did the similar, played a lot around town and just all kinds of stuff. And we were asked to be on the show. So it was me and like my best childhood friends. We were all singing together growing up. And I was like 4 years old, like this tall, and so nervous. Oh my God. Because it's like a massive stage. Like
Right.
it's big, big. And I had never, you know, done anything like that. I was 4. Um, but I don't know. There's something about that specific thing just kind of launched everything a little bit.
I
like one
love
of my
it.
favorites.
Yeah, I love it too because it's almost like you can pinpoint though where it's like that moment in that show was just like, okay, this is what I'm doing, right? I absolutely love that. So now you live in LA currently, right?
I
Tell us
am.
about what you do down there and what the music scene in LA is like.
Yeah, so I recently released a song with Cleopatra Records that I work
Yeah.
with, and I do a lot of gigs around town. I'm a part of a couple different projects currently. Um, I do this one night at Whiskey A Go Go, which is kind of a staple, the LA rock scene. Um, it's called Ultimate Jam Night, and it's basically the idea that people from different known bands, like you'd have the bass player from Quiet Riot, the guitarist from Alice Cooper, the
Mm.
keyboard player from Miley Cyrus, or just kind of people from different constellations getting together and playing. No rehearsals, no nothing. Um, so I'm in the house band for that, and that's one of those gigs. I came out to it long before I was on the gig, just thinking it was a cool show. And a lot of those like Sunset Strip clubs are still just out and rolling. Like it's
Yeah.
really cool to see that that culture is still alive, and still doing well.
Yes, definitely. So I'm actually from California, but I'm
You're from
from
California.
I am. I am. I live in Nashville now, but so I grew
Yeah.
up in Bakersfield, California. So hence the whole country roots, right? We got Merle Haggard and Dwight
Yeah.
Yoakam and all. So that's where I grew up. But I remember like I think it's so cool that like you're playing like Whiskey Go Go and like all these places because I'm like to me those were like really big deals though being from California and like I'm like these are like these amazing venues that are just so
Yeah.
historic. So I think that is so cool. And what a band you have behind you for these jams. I mean, that's so cool.
It's wild. It's I do background vocals for the house band. I come out on lead sometimes too.
Yeah.
But it's just the most getting to meet so many people from
Mm.
different parts of the country and just from all kinds of genres too. They cover
Mm.
everything. We've done opera, we've done obviously all the rock stuff, but disco, country, all kinds of stuff. So it's been a really good experience just kind of really getting to shed a lot of music and really just kind of
Mm.
learning to be able to adapt on the fly and just do it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's so cool. And I mean, I'm a country kid, but I love all genres of music really. I think just good music is good music. Doesn't matter the
I
genre.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, I mean, clearly you've played a lot of historic places, which again, I'm kind of jealous. I think those are just so cool. But is there maybe like a show of yours that sticks out in your mind where you're like, that is my beyond favorite show, whether it was just the crowd, whether it was the venue you got to play, just a show that lives in your mind where you're just like, oh, that was the greatest.
Oh, that's a good question. Um, I played oh, that's a good question.
I try on this show. We get you.
Yeah. I so we actually did, with the Ultimate Jam gig, I got 2.
Okay.
Um, we did a show at of the NAMM convention.
Definitely. Yes.
Yes, so we did a very large scale Ultimate Jam night in the arena in Anaheim.
Hmm.
We're in I can't remember what it's called, but that was really cool. It was just all the people that have been on the gig for a long time and a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time. And I think we had a full string orchestra. We had 2 large choirs. Just everything was so large. It was really cool. That was really, really cool. I think for myself, I did this one gig at Hotel Cafe in Hollywood.
Nice.
It must have been in November, October last year.
Okay.
That just kind of stuck with me. Um, it's Do you ever have one of those shows where it's not necessarily a career big deal or like
Mhm.
size-wise big deal, but just the first time it was the first time I had my entire team, most of my close people, close friends in the same group. And that's because I haven't really worked with my team for a very long time. Um, I've only really worked with my producers for a little over a year and a half maybe. And it was the first time just kind of everyone
Yeah.
in my close circle was there at once. And it felt really special.
I love that. And yeah, I think sometimes like I can think of big shows, right? Where like you're talking about the NAM show, which is so cool by the way. So I am a total gearhead by the way. So I've
Love
never
it.
been though to the Anaheim NAM. I've go to the one here in
Ah,
Nashville every
yeah,
year. Done stuff
love.
there, but the one in Anaheim though is where it's at. So that's amazing. But I think sometimes like size of show clearly is awesome, like super great. But I totally get what you're saying. Sometimes like you could have three people there and it's just maybe something like your team coming together or something is so special. Yeah.
Yeah,
Community. I remember, my now husband, who is actually my
yeah,
lead guitar player and he's my band leader, when we first met and
perfect.
started yeah, when we first met and started dating, I told him that we were not going to play music together whatsoever. I was like,
Yeah,
no. And I got last minute for a friend. I went down to this really crappy bar over here,
yeah,
like just outside of Nashville, and I played a show. And like again, I'm filling in last minute, and so I had him come up, and he played lead guitar along with me for the very first time, and we, not rehearsed, just nothing. And literally, I got done off stage, and it was like lightning. And it's like that's a great example of a show that like didn't build my career, kind of sucked, just kind of know whatever.
yeah,
But like I always
yeah.
think about that, and it was just such like a moment, and I think that's so cool that you had that with like, hey, my team's here, and like, yeah, I mean that's so cool.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times people, or not people, but it's easy to, I find that myself, it's easy to forget kind of what what those shows are for in the first place,
Mhm.
the connection and the real magic.
Yeah.
A lot of times I find when it shows that requires a little bit more just planning and requires a little bit more just strategic brain from my end, I get really lost in just making sure that like I gotta do this, and this, and it's gotta be like this, and I gotta do this, and it's gotta, it's a lot of that. So I find sometimes the more low key, kind of
Mm.
almost more personal shows,
Yeah.
it just hits different.
No, I love that. I want to go back and ask you about your team. I think that's so cool that you've kind of already shouted them out. But so you're signed with, is it Cleopatra Records? If I got that right. So tell us maybe
Yeah.
about like how that came to be. I know a lot of people that clearly listen to the show are musicians and road warriors themselves, but a lot of them just love that peek behind the curtain. So if you can kind of share just how you got signed and talk about the members of your team and what all they do, I think that would be awesome. Give them a shout out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it all kind of started with I started working with my producer, Tom Chandler, who's also based in LA. And we were kind of, it was about, it was February last year, January last year. And we started working on my first single. And I hadn't really put out music myself before.
Mm,
I'd done other stuff and, been in other bands, but I've never done a solo thing. I've been really hesitant to. Um, I just haven't really felt that that was something I really wanted to do. I've just
yeah.
always been in bands. But we started working on my solo stuff and it just clicked. It just
Mm,
clicked. And along came my co-producer and musician Daniel Jakubowicz, who he also plays guitar in my band. MD's my band. Um, and it just became one of those, it just clicked. Like creatively, it just made so much sense. And
yeah.
just it went so fast. And we just recorded a whole EP essentially really, really fast. With also amazing Adam Perry on the keys. And then I cold pitched myself to Cleopatra, and I sent a cold pitch email because I've known of them for a long time. I know a lot of people on their roster. I know a lot of people that has worked with them a lot through the Ultimate Jam gig.
Mm.
So I just kind of emailed them to see if they wanted to meet with me, and they did. And we were talking, and it felt like it was a good match. And so we kind of signed for my latest single that out, Almost Whipping Post, and it just it just kind of went so fast. It just kind of happened. But they've been phenomenal. Um, the whole team, Brian Pereira, who runs Cleo, he's just awesome. They've been amazing, and we may or may not have some things in the works that I can't really talk about yet. But no,
I
they're
love it.
phenomenal.
That is so cool. I was going to say, we'll just have to have you back on the show when you can talk more about that stuff down the road. But that's so cool. And yeah, so before we were, getting ready to hit record and jump on, I was actually listening to your music on Spotify, which you guys really need to go check it out. It's awesome. So tell me though about this latest single, Whipping Post. Kind of what made you want to record it? Tell us about the process in the studio. Tell us all about it.
So I mean, first and foremost, I'm a huge Allman Brothers fan. I've been a very long time.
Yeah.
Fillmore is my favorite album of all time. And when we were talking just kind of about what to do next with Cleopatra, they suggested us doing a version of Whipping Post. And I
Mm.
was like, say no more. Like, say no more. I like, yes. Um, and so we went into the studio kind of just wondering how to, because it's such a big song to take on. And of course, we want to pay our dues and, you know, really respect the tune and
Mm.
creatively, we want to make our version, but it's also such an iconic song. It's so hard to
Mm.
do. Um, but we made an arrangement for it and tracked everything, got everything done. Eric Gales was so kind, and I mean, he's amazing, and was a part of it as well. The lead guitars on it, and then it took. I think we got the master done in maybe December or so. Then we shot the music video, and here we are.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. And you said that Eric Gale plays the lead guitar on that.
Yeah,
His tone is insane. Like literally, I was playing it, and my husband, who is a guitar player, came in the room and
yeah,
was like, "That tone is sick, man." It's like, yeah, it's a great track. So you
I
guys did a
love
great
that.
job. You did a great job. I think it's super cool. So really quick too, you also did an EP. I believe it's called Introducing Linn Holmes, right? Tell us about that because I was really vibing with that too.
So it really kind of became. We weren't really planning initially on doing a full EP and doing the whole thing, but
Okay.
we were in the studio and I had these songs that just a handful of songs that I've been sitting on for a long time. Like
Mm.
some of them I probably wrote 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Um, and since when I started working with Tom and Daniel, it just we were on such a roll. We just kind of kept going with more and more songs. And kind of going solo, I felt like there should be like a something kind of wrapping up the bag, putting a bow on it a little bit. And since for my artist name, I cut my last name, my actual last name short,
Mm.
super Swedish spelling. I don't know why people tend to get it wrong. I don't blame them, but it's so I figured, it's a nice way to kind of introduce the project and have just kind of that little collection
Yeah.
songs. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, and now, where would people, if they did want to go check out all this awesome music, your EP, Whipping Post, all the stuff you put out, where should they go to check you out at?
They can check me out on Spotify, Apple Music. Everything is also linked and shared on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Got my website, which is my full name. Um, but it's all on Spotify, all the streaming services.
Awesome. You guys definitely go check it out. Give her a stream, give her a follow. Really, really great stuff. So I have another fun question for you.
Yes,
If
tell me.
you could tour with any legendary artist, could be past, could be present, who would it be?
Can I do a top three?
Go for it. Yep, go for it.
Okay. I would definitely, if I could tour with the Allman Brothers, I would, you know,
Mm,
if I could have, I would, I don't,
mm.
I would be a pile of just dust of joy, pile of glitter joy. Um, Absolutely Bonnie Raitt,
Mm.
huge Bonnie Raitt fan. Tedeschi Trucks Band,
Mm.
you know, I huge fan of Derek and Susan, and I would say Sheryl Crow. She's
Oh,
so
good one.
badass. Yeah.
Uh, Great choices. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm also a huge Derek and Susan fan, so I love that you said
Nice.
that. Yes, and Cheryl Crow. I feel like I could go get like a cup of coffee with Cheryl Crow, and we would just be best friends. Yet she's like way
Yeah.
cooler. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She seems great.
Oh, that's so cool. So, what about like a dream collaboration? Like, if you could sing and record a song with anybody, who would it be?
That's a good question. I mean, I oh, that's a good question. I think definitely like a dream collaboration for sure, like Bonnie Raitt,
Mm,
Derek and Susan. I mean, that would be such a dream come true.
yeah.
Cheryl, Stevie Nicks,
Mm,
I would do. I would be just there's not even words. I'd probably cry. I'd probably like really, really be bawling. Um, yeah, I feel like there's so many people.
yeah.
I feel like collaboration like that too. Like there's so many different ways you can go with it.
Mm.
I yeah, so many.
Yeah. Maybe you should just do like a whole album of just like all collaborations with just all these super cool people. I think you should do that.
I've been crying for a year. It's happy cries.
Yeah. You're like, I just would not stop crying. And
Exactly.
I wanted to mention too, I thought this was so cool. So I saw that you were recently nominated for Best Live Performer at the AIM Independent Music Awards. How cool is that? Can you tell us about that?
God. Yeah, no, I got the email about the nomination and I was just kind of like, I thought I read it wrong. Um, no, I was so honored, so excited to be nominated. We've been playing quite a bit, and I do sing with a lot of live acts around town, so it was just really cool. It was really cool. I had
Yeah.
goosebumps.
I I think that has to be really special. I know the times that I've been nominated or won something or whatever. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know if you're this way, if you like relate. I don't really think about awards or anything like that. Like I'm just kind of like in my own little world, in my own little bubble,
same.
and I always just trying to up my game. So it's like I try to
Yeah,
be better than my last show. I try to be better than my last song. Just and I just get so into that thing. And then when someone says like great job or hey you're nominated or whatever, I'm like
yeah.
really like, and it does. It means a lot though, right?
It really does. It really
Yeah.
does. And I feel like it really does kind of put you back into reality a little bit, you
Mhm.
know? It's so like you said, it's so easy to kind of float away in a bubble and just kind of always be just head down, just grinding, but
Yeah.
it's really cool to see. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, congratulations. That's so cool that you were nominated and very, very well deserved. So we like to do this little segment here at the show called the Road Rundown. So we're going to ask you some fun questions all about life on the road. So for starters, what's one thing you never leave home without?
Gum.
Oh, that's a good one. Any particular
Never.
brand?
No. Most people that knows me or sees me regularly, they know I have at least 2 packs on me at all times, whether I carry a bag or not. Um, yeah.
That's a good one. I have not heard that one before. I like it. um, what's your go-to gas station snack?
Ooh, definitely
Ooh.
electrolytes, and protein bars for sure.
Oh, that's a good, healthy answer. I love that. Now, do you
Yeah.
do like the packets of electrolytes or do you just get like the water bottles that have electrolytes already in them?
It depends. Like I used to always have like a pack of electrolytes. Sometimes I get the ones where you like
Oh,
squeeze it, you know?
yeah, yeah.
But whatever is available just to make sure I stay hydrated.
That is
Just,
awesome.
just
Spoken
try.
like a true vocalist. I love that. There's a brand of electrolytes. I drink them every single day. And like, especially, when if you're playing like a festival, you're outside a bunch or whatever, or you're going to record vocals, I'll take like 2 or 3
Wow.
packs, but, salty, if you've ever heard of those,
Yeah.
highly recommend them.
Yes. Those are
The,
great.
the best, man.
The
They are like
best.
the best. And the flavors are great too.
Well,
I'm,
right. Doesn't
yeah.
taste like electrolytes.
No, it doesn't. And that's the thing too. I feel like because the flavor's so good, I kind of want to drink more of them.
Right, right.
Some of them to me taste a little too like artificial or they taste too salty. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, like ain't gonna do that. I'm done. But
No, no. I
I
hear you. I hear you.
I love it. Good healthy choices. Um,
Try.
so right now in your live show, is there a song that you just love to play live? It could be one of yours, it could be a cover, but what's just a song you adore playing live right now?
Oh, I so lately in our set we've had a Tedeschi Trucks Band song called "Made Up Mind."
Ah,
It's probably my favorite song, just period.
yeah.
Um, I I don't know. Do you ever just have those songs that you get so excited, you just want to like crawl out of your own skin? Like I definitely get that. Like it's just so it makes me so hyped. It's one of those like songs you really just wish you wrote, or
Mm.
it's just such a good song. Such a good song.
I totally get that feeling. You're just like, why is this so amazing? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
Like even if it just like comes on, I got the albums, vinyls, and even if it comes on, I'm just like so hyped, so hyped.
I love that. I love that. What's your favorite part of playing a live show?
Ooh, oh my god, there's one favorite part. It's really special to get to just really make music, whether
Mm.
the room is empty or not. With I'm really tight with my players and people that are in my band, and it's just really special to get to play with them all. Just
Mm.
like you look over at Adam and he's just making the craziest leg. And just, yeah. It's so and I'm just really, really grateful that they
Mm.
want to be a part of this. Like they're all phenomenal. Just incredible. Jake Absher on drums, Victor Broughton on bass, Anna Perry on keys, Daniel Jakubowicz on guitar, Sarah Nealand and Sue Isaac on background vocals, and they're all just monster musicians.
Mm. I
It's
love that.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
that part's really just I get goosebumps.
Ah, that's so cool. Yeah, I think once you have that like community of like having a band behind you and everything, then you go to play by yourself and you're like, oh, sucks.
I know.
Yeah. I'm like,
I
no,
agree.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Uh, do you have a pre-show ritual, or like some kind of like a routine you do before a gig?
I do. It's so corny. It's so corny. I've done this since my very first like solo band show. I always, before a gig, I started doing this like right at my Stevie Nicks peak phase, you know?
Uh-huh.
I listen to Edge of 17 before every single gig. I've done
Really?
it like headphones on, just kind of like getting ready. I've done that since my first festival gig with my band when I was 15 or 16. Every show. Doesn't
I
matter what it
love
is,
that.
every show.
I love that though. That is so cool. I mean, it makes sense that like you're just getting yourself probably in the mindset, like you're getting pumped,
Yeah.
like you're using it as a tool to shift. It makes sense, but
Yeah.
that's really cool.
I think it's so funny. It's so random, but I don't know. There's something about the routine that just kind of like regardless of what the gig is or
Mm,
who it is with or if it's regardless, I feel like it's just a nice kind of grounding.
mm,
So I do need to take a couple seconds to just ground myself, make sure that it's nice to just kind of remember, you know,
yeah.
where where you came from, kind of why I'm here.
Yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense. I had this deep conversation one time with one of my friends, but I noticed that when I really started to go out like traveling and touring more and more, and not just playing so many local gigs, I noticed that things like the brand of water I would drink, or like staying in certain chains of hotels because I was kind of familiar with what they would look like. Like I would find
Yeah,
things on the road, like listening to the same thing before you play the stage. Like I would look for things to create consistency in my life because
yeah,
literally every day I am somewhere different. And so I'm like, I like routines, habit, like I would look for those things. And I guess it
yeah,
kind of makes sense, right? Like because it's like you're just looking to be
yeah.
grounded.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I do think like I generally function well on just having those little routines, like you said. So I feel like doing those little things just kind of, I don't know, it makes it make more sense.
Totally. So,
Yeah.
can you maybe give us like a breakdown of, if it's a show day for you? So, if you're going to be playing a show, what does your daily routine look like? Like, what does that look like throughout your day leading up to the show and after?
So I'm an early, usually wake up pretty early. I like
Hmm.
to wake up before, my surroundings wake up.
Sure.
Um, I like to just have a little bit time in the morning for myself, just have
Mhm.
some coffee, get some protein in, just kind of starting my morning, you know,
Yeah.
nice and
Yeah.
calm. I do a lot of long distance running, so I like to get that in. Um, Usually for a show day, I would run and just run the set.
Mm,
So if anyone in LA or anywhere has seen me running and singing, not right, it's just me. Um, I like to do that. Just I don't love. I have a hard time focusing on just like shedding songs by
mm,
myself when I'm like actually properly focused the whole way through. So I like to do it when I'm running. Um,
mm,
then just kind of make sure that I get everything I need to get done.
mm.
Make sure everything's printed, everything's groovy. Check in with everyone, make sure everyone's groovy. Um, yeah, just kind of chilling for the most part. Like try to really make sure I'm on my water. Make sure I get enough
Yeah.
sleep. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like to eat before a show, or do you rather eat after the show?
Um, Usually actually before, but
Okay.
not too close, but preferably like a couple hours before just to make sure that like I am fueled for the show. Make sure my blood sugar don't drop. That's a big one.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, yeah, but really just trying to hydrate.
That's really good. I also absolutely love, by the way, that you talked about running and singing at the same time. So you have now just become my hero, because yes, I have actually tried starting to do that, and it is
Nice.
a workout. It is
Oh, it's a workout.
beyond, but that was one of the things. So I actually saw a video of I saw Miley Cyrus first, and she
Yeah,
would talk about how she gets ready for tour. She jumps on a treadmill and she literally
yeah,
sings along to live tracks of her band playing their set. And then I saw
yeah,
Brandy Carlisle do it, and I'm like, whoa, 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 there's something there. So yeah, so
yeah,
I started like literally just trying to walk and sing, which is hard enough. And then I've started to
yeah.
run, and it kills me. My vocal coach though is awesome. She's encouraging, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, what a workout. But what a great
Oh,
way though.
yeah.
What a great way to get in the groove though of a live show. I love that.
Yeah, I feel like it's nice to kind of have that space to, you can't really be distracted if you're running. Or
Mm,
of course you can, but like you
yeah.
can't really be texting and running at the same time. It's kind of
Right.
hard, or like you can't really be bugged by anything external.
hmm
So I kind of like having that just really lock in.
Oh, I think that's so cool. Yeah. I think too, though, what a great way to get ready for your shows, right? Because that's the other thing I don't think people realize is like, even if you don't get nervous, like you're still probably a little anxious. Like, it's like
Yeah,
you're dripping in
yeah,
sweat, like you're running around the stage for a couple of hours. Like shows can be exhausting. So,
absolutely.
you are my hero now. I just want to let you know that the fact that I'm
Yay.
just like, because I don't do that on show days because I'd be dead. Like I show up and they'd like have to sit me, on a chair on the stage. But I've started doing it on off days trying to prep, but I'm just
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh, like I thought I was in
it's a
good shape.
lot.
I'm not. I'm not.
It's a
Um,
lot.
yeah, I think that is so cool though. um,
You know?
yeah. So how do you take care of things, like your mental health and just stuff like when you're on the road? Like, is there other certain things that you might do that you just find really help you to lock in and just kind of take care of yourself when everything's always moving around you?
One thing that I really noticed, it's such a simple thing, but when we're playing or when we're not playing, I always make it a point to keep my phone on do not disturb,
Mm,
like from like an hour before I go to bed until like an hour after I wake up, just to kind of have that undisturbed couple hours. Because I do find that just like I get really overwhelmed sometimes, just social media and there's so much going on. And I don't know, that has really just helped me all over
mm,
stress levels and just really making sure that like I know the phone at all times. Because it's so easy to be so easy. Um, really doing that and really making sure that like I get outside,
mm,
just whatever that means. If it's like where were we playing? I think we were in Massachusetts,
mm,
and we had like a lot of back-to-back days in a row, and they were all also travel days. And I really tried to make it a point, even though I slept maybe like 3, 4 hours a night,
mm,
just like get up and go outside, whether it's a run, a walk, a hike, whatever. And that just really kind of reset, reset the day, just gives us some space, like find a couple of good albums that'll just prep for the trips.
mm.
And that's just really been helping.
Oh, that's really, really great advice. I have similarly started like 3 hours before the show, my phone actually goes
Yeah,
off. And it's like, it's just
good.
crazy. It's just crazy because I think that's the thing too, like, especially like I'm an independent artist. So it's like, I have a team, but it's like I still do most of everything
Yeah,
by myself. And so it's like, you're right though. Like that's a huge thing. And then
yeah.
on Sundays, I try to do as minimum as possible. So my phone usually goes off
Yes.
all day Sunday. And yeah, that is some seriously great advice. Um, do you ever get homesick, like, when you're
Oh
gone and
yeah.
out on the road?
Oh yeah. I get homesick, like double homesick. Like I get
Mm.
homesick for when I'm not here, but I do also get like homesick because my entire family's still in Sweden. Um,
Oh,
my parents, my siblings, my cousins, everyone. Um, especially around like the holidays or we
yeah.
got midsummer coming up tomorrow. So I do get a little homesick, but I don't know. Thankfully, like with here and with people back home, we thank God for FaceTime and WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Uh, I talk to my family pretty much every day,
Mm.
and my people out here too. We talk every day, so it doesn't feel that far away. You know?
Yes. That's really cool. I would imagine that would be so hard though, having your family in another country. That's tough, but I'm telling you, FaceTime might be one of the greatest things ever invented.
Thank God for FaceTime.
Right? So great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so great.
Yeah. So you've clearly played, a lot of shows in a lot of different venues, but is there a venue or a place that you have played just so much that it just feels literally like your second home?
It's probably Whiskey a Go Go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Whiskey a Go Go. It's they just got such a good team of people. And it's such a yeah, it just feels
Yeah.
like home.
I love that. I love that. It's so cool. What's one thing about road life that you don't think a lot of people realize is just the truth of it, just what it's really like?
Really how taxing it is energy wise and
Mm.
how that feeling of this isn't real life.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That feeling of just like we're doing this, but this isn't real.
Yeah.
And like you come home and it's just like you get the Sunday scaries, but like in a whole on a new level, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just all of a sudden so silent.
Yeah. I so relate to that. I think that makes so much sense. I feel kind of bad, in a way, because like I have friends who maybe are married and have kids and maybe they work like a 9 to 5. And to them, I think, they think it's really glamorous because it's like, oh, well, like, Ash is in New York and she's over here and she's playing this show and whatever. And it's like, but then like they'll try to call me or something and it's like, I can't talk. I can't do the basic of things sometimes because and it's not that I'm special or like, I'm doing anything. It's just like I live a totally different lifestyle than most people. And that's really what it is, right? It's just a lifestyle. But yeah, I think sometimes it can be hard for me to connect to people that don't do this or they don't understand because it's like, well,
Absolutely.
how could they? Right.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's such a like different social experience too, being out with
Mm,
people. You get so tight with people so fast, and then maybe you don't
yeah.
see them for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. But it's such you live under such like crazy intense circumstances.
Yeah.
But with all these stories, all these little and inside jokes that like, no one else really doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a bubble.
It really is. No, I think that's so right. For sure. Well, Lynn, I have had such a great time getting to chat with you. I seriously cannot thank you enough for taking the time to come on,
Thank
be on the show.
you.
No, thank you. I have just really enjoyed this, and I'm sure our listeners have as well. But do me a favor, before we head on out, and tell us if you can tell us anything that you're looking forward to that's coming up. Do you have any new music, any new shows coming up? What can we look forward to from you?
So I do have a show at Hotel Cafe July 1st in Los Angeles and Hollywood. I am playing the Whiskey a Go Go on Tuesday with Ultimate Jam Night. Um, and I got some stuff coming up that I can't really talk about just yet, but they will be all over. It will be announced when it's announced.
Yeah, what it's
But I'll when I'll be able to announce it, it will be there.
awesome, awesome. And one more time, give us your website and your socials so people can go find you. So when you do start announcing stuff, they can be sure to be along for the ride.
Yeah, so it's Linn Holmes on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all of the above. Uh, and everything should be there. And it will.
Great. And it will be. I love it. Well, Lynn, thank you so much again. You are such a joy and such a treat. So thank you. And guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. You guys be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know your thoughts if you related to anything that we talked about. Maybe leave some questions for, future episodes. But thank you guys for being along for the ride. We so appreciate you. And we will see y'all later on down the road. Bye. God bless.